10 hidden psychology habits that make you magnetic. What they don't tell you. There are people who walk into a room and without saying a word, every head turns. Not because they're loud, not because they're beautiful, but because they radiate something unseen, a calm confidence that seems to pull the world toward them. It's not luck, it's not magic, it's psychology. Because beneath the surface of every magnetic person lies a series of hidden psychological habits, subtle, almost invisible actions that signal power, self-control, and mystery. This is what they don't tell you, the 10 hidden psychology habits that make you magnetic. Not to manipulate, but to master yourself. To understand the quiet language of attraction, influence, and emotional dominance. Before we go deeper, take a moment and make sure you're part of this journey. Subscribe to White Side of Black Coded, because here we don't just talk about success, we decode the silent forces that shape it. Every week, I reveal the hidden psychology behind wealth, power, and human behavior. Truths most people will never hear in their lifetime. Let's begin. Most people rush. They speak too fast. They move too often. They live like a storm, loud, chaotic, constantly proving their worth. But the truly magnetic understand a paradox. The more still you are, the more power you project. In psychology, stillness triggers the contrast principle. When the world is loud and restless, the one who remains calm appears stronger, wiser, more in control. It's not about doing less, it's about being deliberate. Every slow movement, every intentional silence signals something primal. I am not chasing, I am choosing. When you slow your breath, when your eyes move with calm precision, you activate what scientists call nonverbal dominance cues. People subconsciously read it as confidence, authority, magnetism. Watch any leader, philosopher, or monk. Their power isn't in their words, it's in the quiet between them, the silence between words. The mind races, the world shouts, but the magnetic person listens. Their silence is not empty, it's strategic. When you stop filling the air with noise, people lean closer to hear what you'll say next. That is silent control. Emotional calibration. Have you ever noticed how some people can face tension without losing their center? A sudden insult, a test, a rejection, and yet they don't flinch. Psychologically, this is called emotional calibration, the ability to regulate your emotional temperature no matter what storm you're standing in. Magnetic people aren't emotionless. They feel deeply, but they choose when and how to express those emotions. This habit radiates emotional stability, one of the most attractive traits in psychology, because the human brain craves safety, and the one who stays calm under pressure becomes the anchor everyone wants to hold on to. You see, attraction is not built in chaos, it's built in composure. The more grounded you are, the more others feel safe to open around you. That's why people trust those who seem unshakable. In relationships, in leadership, even in conversation, your energy teaches others how to treat you. Stay calm when others panic. Speak softly when others shout. That is psychological gravity. This is the second hidden psychology habit that makes you magnetic. When your emotions stay balanced, something happens. People begin to mirror you. In neuroscience, this is called emotional contagion, the subconscious imitation of another state. Stay calm long enough, and soon the room breathes at your rhythm. That's how quiet confidence becomes contagious. The art of controlled eye contact. Your eyes are the most honest part of you. They betray lies. They reveal weakness, but they also communicate power when used correctly. The magnetic understand this. They never dart their gaze. They never stare to intimidate. They observe with presence. Psychology calls it the gaze pattern of dominance, holding eye contact just long enough to convey certainty, then breaking it calmly, never nervously. When your eyes rest with intention, they send a clear message. I see you, but I am not moved. That balance of attention and detachment is hypnotic, because people crave recognition but fear exposure. Your controlled gaze gives them both interest and mystery. So train your eyes to follow truth, not validation. When you look, look with awareness. When you see, see without needing. That is the third hidden psychology habit that makes you magnetic. The moment you stop seeking attention, attention seeks you. Because mystery is not created by hiding. It's created by self-containment.
Hold back your reactions. Let your presence speak before your mouth does. You'll notice the world starts paying attention. The weight of words. Words are cheap when spoken without awareness, but when each word carries thought, emotion, and silence, it becomes heavy. Magnetic people speak with weight. They don't rush to fill silence. They allow pauses to breathe life into their message. In psychology, this links to processing fluency, the brain's preference for clarity and rhythm. When you speak slowly, with intentional pacing, your words become more believable, more persuasive, and more remembered. You can make simple sentences feel profound when you speak from stillness. This is why philosophers, monks, and leaders speak the way they do. They know that power lives in pacing. Each pause allows the listener's mind to catch up, to reflect, to feel. And when your words are few but heavy, you train the world to listen when you speak. That's habit number 4, the weight of words. Every magnetic person carries an invisible rhythm, a psychological tempo. It's not music you can hear, but you can feel it. Their movements, their tone, their speech, all flow in harmony. And that harmony creates trust, because the human brain recognizes coherence as truth. When your words, your body language, and your emotions align, people feel safe around you. And safety is the root of attraction. Boundaries that whisper power. Boundaries are not walls, they're gates. And those who don't have them leak energy. The magnetic understand that their time, attention, and presence are valuable currencies. They do not spend them carelessly. Psychologically, strong boundaries signal self-respect and high value. The mind interprets it instantly. If this person protects their peace, they must be worth something. Magnetic people say no without apology. They distance without hostility. They choose their company with precision. And in doing so, they trigger scarcity bias, the human instinct to desire what is limited. Boundaries are not about keeping others out. They're about keeping yourself whole. When you stop over-explaining yourself, the world fills in the silence with respect. When you stop chasing, people start wondering why. And wonder is the seed of attraction. The discipline of observation. The untrained mind talks. The disciplined mind observes. Every magnetic individual has one thing in common. They watch before they act. They notice patterns, tones, micro-expressions, small inconsistencies others overlook. Because true power doesn't come from control. It comes from understanding. Psychologists call it high social awareness, the ability to read emotional climates and predict behavior. It's a rare skill, yet those who possess it seem almost telepathic. When you observe deeply, people reveal who they are without realizing it. Their eyes shift when they lie. Their tone changes when they feel insecure. Their body closes when they're hiding something. Magnetic people use this knowledge quietly. They don't expose others, they adjust themselves. They speak less, knowing more. They stay still while others reveal their cards. Observation is the art of silent control. And when you practice it long enough, your intuition becomes your greatest weapon. That's why those who master the mind always say less. Because the more you see, the less you need to prove. This is the sixth hidden psychology habit that makes you magnetic: the discipline of observation. Awareness is magnetic because it's rare, and rarity always draws attention. Most people drift through life half asleep, reacting, not thinking. But when you're aware, when your mind sees through the fog of noise, people feel it. They don't know why, but they sense that you see more than you say. And that sense makes you unforgettable. The power of emotional restraint. The world worships instant reaction, likes, comments, anger, approval. But the magnetic person pauses. They understand the power of emotional restraint, the ability to delay reactions and choose responses. In psychology, this reflects high emotional intelligence and delayed gratification, two pillars of success and attraction. The one who cannot control their emotions becomes predictable, and predictability kills power. But the one who can remain calm, even under pressure, becomes mysterious, because others cannot read them. They cannot provoke them. And what you cannot predict, you respect. Emotional restraint doesn't mean apathy. It means mastery. You may feel rage, pain, or love, but you do not let it hijack your behavior. You express emotions strategically, not impulsively. That's why ancient philosophers said, freedom is not doing what you want, it's mastering what you feel. Control your reactions and you control your image. Control your image and you control perception. And perception shapes power. That's habit number 7, emotional restraint. The quiet force that separates those who are magnetic from those who are forgettable. The energy of purpose. Have you ever met someone who doesn't try to impress anyone, and yet everyone seems to be drawn to them? That's not charisma. That's purpose. Purpose is psychological gravity. It makes your presence feel heavy, meaningful, grounded. In neuroscience, people who have purpose radiate different energy. Their behavior aligns with internal values. They don't need approval because their direction is already set. And humans instinctively sense direction. We follow those who know where they're going, even if we don't know why. Magnetic people carry that silent conviction. Every word, every gesture feels like it comes from something larger than themselves. That's what separates confidence from arrogance. Confidence serves purpose. Arrogance serves ego. If you want to become magnetic, don't chase people. Chase purpose. Because when you stand for something greater, people start standing with you. Purpose attracts. Aimlessness repels. And that, quietly, is the 8th hidden psychology habit that makes you magnetic.
Purpose gives you direction. Direction gives you peace. And peace is the loudest form of confidence. People who don't know where they're going try to impress everyone. People who do move in silence, because movement itself becomes proof. The subtle art of detachment. Attachment is the chain that binds the soul. The magnetic know this truth well. The less you cling, the more you attract. Psychology calls it secure detachment, the ability to care deeply without losing yourself. In relationships, in goals, and dreams, they stay invested, but never desperate. They love fully, but let go gracefully. They give without begging for return. Why? Because detachment projects inner abundance, the subconscious signal that says, I am complete with or without you. That is the most attractive energy on earth. People sense when you need them and when you don't. Need repels. Peace attracts. The magnetic move like rivers, flowing, never forcing. They allow life to come and go. They understand that control is an illusion, and peace is found in surrender. This habit, practiced deeply, gives rise to the most powerful state of all, freedom. And freedom, my friend, is always attractive. That is the 9th hidden psychology habit that makes you magnetic. The more you release, the lighter you become. And the lighter you become, the higher your presence vibrates. Detachment doesn't make you cold, it makes you clear. Because clarity is born in space, not in noise. The radiance of self-acceptance. There is one last habit, the rarest of all, the one that cannot be faked. Self-acceptance. Psychology calls it radical authenticity. It's when you stop performing for approval and start existing in truth. The magnetic person does not need to be perfect. They just need to be real, because authenticity creates emotional resonance, and resonance is what the soul responds to. You become magnetic when your flaws no longer embarrass you, when your silence no longer feels awkward, when your truth no longer depends on who's watching. The moment you stop trying to become someone else, you start becoming unforgettable. You see, all magnetism begins and ends here, inside the mind. You can't manipulate it. You can only cultivate it. And when you do, everything changes. This is the 10th and final hidden psychology habit that makes you magnetic, the radiance of self-acceptance. Remember this. It's not the loudest person who controls the room. It's the calmest. It's not the prettiest face that commands attention. It's the most self-aware soul. And it's not the richest or strongest who attract people. It's those who understand themselves. When you combine stillness with purpose, when you merge restraint with authenticity, when you practice awareness, boundaries, and detachment, you become untouchable. You become magnetic. And now you know the 10 hidden psychology habits that make you magnetic, what they don't tell you. So don't chase validation, cultivate depth, silence your noise, and let your presence speak the language only the wise understand, the language of calm power. This is psychology in motion, and it lives in you. If this video spoke to something inside you,
don't let it fade when the screen goes dark. Every week on White Side of Black Coded, we dive deeper into the hidden psychology behind power, attraction, and human behavior. We expose the patterns most people never see and teach you how to master them. So, if you felt that shift, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and join thousands of minds who refuse to live unconsciously. Leave a comment below. Tell me which of these 10 hidden psychology habits that make you magnetic you already practice, and which one you'll start mastering today. Your transformation begins in silence, but it continues when you choose awareness. This is White Side of Black Coded, where psychology meets power and calm minds rule the world.